Okay, welcome again to Let's Talk Science with Pastor Dan. We're into Easter week, the most holy and most horrific week of the Bible, because it's at this point that we begin to discuss the need for the sacrifice of Jesus Christ to take place. And so we've just finished the Last Supper yesterday, and today we're going to talk about his experience in the garden and his arrest. Now, Jesus goes to pray, as he often does. Jesus prays sometimes all night, and it's something we can take as a learning lesson. If the Son of God needed to take time and pray, we need to take time and pray, to hear the Father's heart, to be encouraged, to be directed, to be led, and to be of one mind and one heart. So he went to pray. And as he prayed, he asked his disciples to pray with him. And I really believe that there was a spiritual aspect to that. They literally probably could not stay awake because it was necessary for him to go through this alone, to understand that he alone would bear the weight of sin upon him. And that stress had to be so great. The Bible talks about that he was so grieved that he sweat blood. Now, this is an actual condition, hemodialysis, something like that. Usually it's a condition of extreme stress. Usually people drop dead of a heart attack after that. You can't go through that level of stress and live. But as a sign that Jesus did not just be killed, but he laid down his life, he survived it. Now, when he was arrested, we talked before about Judas betraying him, calling him rabbi and not Lord. He was arrested by the guards from the temple. When they arrested him, they had to make sure they humiliated. So they chained him. I had a speaker come to the church when I was growing up and explain they chained him in such a way that he literally would not have been able to stand up. They would have chained him around the groin area, and that way whenever he moved there would have been pain. His arrest at night was illegal in the Jewish courts. Make sure I check what I do. Yep. And so the entire process of taking him in that way, they had to do it so that the crowds wouldn't see him. He had just come into the city, and they were calling him Messiah. So if they were to take him in the middle of the day, there would have been problems. So they arrested him in a way that was secretive. He bore a great deal of stress upon himself. He took all of our sins, and I believe that Satan was there, heaping upon him an understanding of, one, the sin that was going to be left on him, two, the misuse of his words and how people were going to abuse what he's doing for their purposes. And that had to cause incredible strain on him. And so that's what he went through for us. And that's why I say it's a horrific thing, because he loves us so much that he's willing to die. And that was his sole purpose, coming to the earth. All right, that's day 2. We're going to move forward from here. Take care. God bless. Bye.